Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining today. Today, our topic is Monday, September 26th. And today is about breakdowns and breakthroughs and kind of two areas of life in business when you come down to breakdowns, breakthroughs. Usually, you don't have a breakthrough without a breakdown of some level in life. I mean, not down to, you don't always have to be down the worst you ever been, but there's some type of breakdown to get to the next level. You hit something breaks down, like you gotta do something or add something to get through what you need to do. So two areas I'm going to go over. This is what when I come across, and when I'm coaching agents for all of these years, there's two levels. There's the beginning level, and in that when in just getting started and getting going, and then there's that level, that intermediate level, when you're doing okay and breaking through to an experience, or not experience, but advanced level of business and efficiency and success. So breakdowns and breakthroughs. You've heard me say it before, 87% of realtors get out of real estate every 5 years. It's that much. Basically, every 5 years, there's that much turnover. I know, I see it just in our company. When you get over 500 agents and you get these big corporations, big companies, anything over that, you're going to have that. We're going to have 10, 15% get out of the business every year. So you add that up, about that, like say 15 to say 20%. If it's 20% every 5 years, that's 100% or of complete turnover. So around 15%. But in coaching agents, there's always a breakdown eventually of them feeling that, hey, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm only getting this. I'm only getting that. I'm not getting enough. I've only been doing it 6 months, or I've been doing it a year or 2 years. I've only been doing it so long and I haven't hit that level. It takes time to build a business. You're building a business. This is not something, and anybody that's ever been in any type of business, talk to any entrepreneur. There's very rarely do you see anybody start a business and day one they're doing phenomenal. Now, you'll see those stories like you watch those shows like Shark Tank, or you'll get on Facebook, or you watch these influencers in different categories or different things, and you see these they're like winning the lottery stories of like, oh my god, I started this business and then everybody caught on, it got viral, and then boom, and I'm doing great. That's like a 1 in millions of chances. Usually any type of success and anything takes time. So there's always going to be breakdown. So any newer agent or agent that's just waiting to get to the intermediate level, we'll say, just doing okay in real estate, not, where you're going, okay, I'm doing pretty good, and you're not there yet. You're going to have breakdowns like, gosh, what is all this time? And that is it. Is they break down because they're investing all of this time, and it's not equaling the amount of money. So, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, if you don't already know this, when getting into real estate, if you put your first majority of agents and new in the real estate business the first year, 2 years, if you took the amount of hours that you put into getting business, you're like, I could have just got a regular job and made just as much money or more getting an hourly rate about everything I got to do. Yes, but this is where you should be grateful for. And I'm talking to you from someone that has had many different businesses in my lifetime, is that the risk is your time. I've started and ended and sold many different types of businesses over my lifetime. And usually when you start a new business, you're getting negative money. You have to invest money, a lot of money. You have to put your name, get loans, you got to do things, get investors to get into certain businesses, and you're not taking a pay for years or more or less, or more or less, depends upon how successful, how fast you get it growing. But there's a lot of things on the line. But the point I'm getting at, to be grateful for, which I help agents to be grateful, they just talk about their time, the amount of time I put in. You got the money. The money, honestly, is the lowest to open a new business with the amount of upside, the amount of income you can earn, and the amount you are investing in real estate is so astronomically low. It's almost sad how low it is. And I know none of us like to pay bills when they're due, the board dues, MLS fees, get your license fees. It's just your time. So when I coach agents and they're having that breakdown, it's usually the beginning of the year, end of the year. My board dues are due. Should I stay in it? I'm like, you haven't even been in it a full year. Or some agents within 2 years, their dues are due. I'm like, I'm putting all this time in, I'm doing the right things, but I'm not, I'm not getting the results. It takes some time, as long as you're doing the right things, and you're gonna have these breakdowns. And until you have those breakdowns a few times, you're not going to break through and go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep doing this. Because you know what happens when you have those breakdowns? Usually when you have those breakdowns, from my experience of coaching agents, is that then that's another level. You already did it once. That means you are evolving. You know that you're getting there. If you only had one breakdown of like, is this my time worth it? You haven't put enough time. So the more times I talk to agents, if this makes sense, that they're having these breakdowns, I know they're putting in the time. They're doing it. They put in the time. If you don't have a breakdown, like, gosh, my time is amounting to anything, maybe you're not putting in enough time. So that's the first level. The other level is that immediate level, the breakdown of I'm too busy. Yes, that could happen. It will happen. It should happen. Too busy. Like, I can't handle all of these buyers. I got 5 buyers, 10 buyers, whatever, all want to see houses at the same time. I've got 3, 4, 5 pending deals right now, but I don't have time to make my prospecting calls. I need help with paperwork. Excuse me, take a sip right here. And I need help with paperwork and deal management. To Century 21 Homestar agents, we have companies that we work with, and we'll do a little bit more promoting this within the company, that will handle your paperwork per transaction. You don't have to pay someone to be an employee when you don't have things, but you have a transaction right now. You could hire a company just for a few $100s. They'll handle your transaction from that point on, so you could continue to do income generating things. I tell you this to any agent out there, not just Century 21 Homestar agents, if you are at that level where you get to that, or not even level, but you are right now in your business, you are spending more time on paperwork and keeping your transactions going that are already in contract, and you are giving up your prospecting calls, those income generating activities. I promise you, that's where the roller coaster comes in. You're going to have all of these closings in the next couple weeks, month or two, and then sometime in the future, we don't know exactly when, it could be next month or after, there's going to be a little lull because you didn't do your income activities. And agents get excited when they have those transactions and they have that breakdown. If you're not having a breakdown, what I mean by that is like, if you went the whole day, like I talk to agents every day, they're working on transactions, and I know that's all they're doing all day, and they go, I had a productive day. Yes, you had somewhat of a productive day because you're working on those things. But if you didn't do something to find new business too, that's like that, again, sometime in the future, that day, that week of not generating new leads, contacting your people, it just gets bogged down. Then you miss those daily calls, those prospecting things that you were going to do, and then you forget about them. You just catch up. You never even catch up. Does that make sense? Have you been doing that? You're like, I'm going to make 10 calls, 20 calls. I'm going to do door knocking, all this. And then for the week, you have a couple of transactions that are impending and you're working on those. You don't do them. And then you just pick up there. You just stop those people. You miss them. They don't even get called that month or that quarter, or that semi-annually. You just miss them. So if you hit that, if you don't have a breakdown when you're getting busy, what I mean by that, breakdown of there's not enough hours in the day, because you'll figure out a way, you will figure out a way just to keep yourself busy and what not to do. But if you really think about it, if you're like, oh my God, like again, if you were an employee of your company, like, listen, no, you have to spend 2 hours a day prospecting. And you can't push that prospecting out no matter what you do. And then if you get busy, I had an inspection, and then I had to open up the house for appraiser, and I had problems, getting a hold of my the other agent to find out if my offer was completely accepted, the removal of contingencies, whatever it is, you're going to make excuses so you don't, to avoid a breakdown of, at the end of the day, going, oh my God, I didn't have enough time. And now tomorrow I'm going to spend 2 hours of prospecting. How am I going to do that? So sometimes our brains will stop us from having a breakdown, like there's not enough hours in the day and I can't get everything done, because you move things away consciously or unconsciously. And usually those are the things that you don't want to do the most, which is the prospecting and the income generating activities for future business. Does that make sense? So that's the second breakdown that I don't hear as much as the first one. But those are two big breakdowns that go into breakthroughs. That's when agents get to a certain level. I'm going back on you have transactions going on, and then they start hiring companies, assistants to do your business. It's very easy, and it's per transaction, so you have the money. So I don't understand more agents not using these services. They're very good, and I'll go, anybody want to reach out to me, I have one or two that I recommend that agents have had good experiences with, and you pay per transaction. So not until you have money. I'm like, I'm going to invest, I've thrown out a number, $350 of this $7,000 commission to have someone help me from the time it's under contract to follow my buyers, to follow the other agent, help out, be involved. If you're in dot loop, they get into your dot loop and they're with you with it. They know how to do these things. And then you could go onto your normal business and follow up with your buyers at the end of the day, follow up with your sellers at the end of the day, you get updates on different things. There's so many different things. And if you don't hit that break down of, there's not enough time in the day, I can't handle everything, you're not going to get to that next level, the breakthrough of bringing people on, getting help, delegating. That's the next level. Those are two of the three, like I say, three. There's another advanced level. I'll get into that. Building a team. I'll do another video on that soon. Building a team, getting buyers agents, getting more leads, things like that. But first two breakdowns, breakdown of staying in the business, breakdown of not so much, but enough business where you can't handle it just yourself and you need some help to get to that next level. And I promise you, the breakdowns are the first sign that you're going to have a breakthrough and get to that next level. So hopefully that made some sense today. And so that's it for today on a Monday, the 26th of September. Please remember, especially this topic, reach out to me, call, text me. Text me is best. And I'll be happy to put you on my calendar, help you out with anything you need. So that's it. Have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Bye-bye.